The majority of Argentina's left-wing political parties and organisations agree that although the Front for Victory administrations that have governed Argentina since 2003 have fallen short in many areas, it has unquestionably improved the lives of the majority of the population, and that in order to continue with socio-economic reform, they are the only political option that guarantees that, even if it means voting for Daniel Scioli, who is vastly considered a more moderate figure than the Kirchners.
We know of Scioli's background, and our intention is to accompany him in the Front for Victory and not let anything that it has achieved slip away. On the contrary, we will put the pressure on them to pass deeper reforms.
Monopolised mainstream media consortiums such as the Clarín Group have succeeded in building the perception that marginal Trotskyist parties who have called to spoil the vote at the November 22 runoff lead Argentina's left. What they deliberately choose to conceal is that multiple leftist parties are actively campaigning for the Front for Victory's re-election.
If you are on the left in Argentina today, you have to support the governing political process in order to go for more and make all the social transformations that still have to be made. You cannot say you are on the left and then call for a blank vote, because at the end, these blank votes will favor the right. We are truly on the left, and we are not functional to the right. So, on these 20 seconds, we are voting for the Front for Victory, Scioli for president.
The position of most of the left in Argentina has to do specifically with the rejection of the anti-people policies implemented by Mauricio Macri as mayor of Buenos Aires city, such as the creation of a short-lived public space control unit, which was accused by human rights organisations for physically and verbally abusing homeless people and kicking them out of the city.
His ideology and his police management go against the poorest and most unprotected sectors. We understand that if this is the sort of policy that Macri will implement at federal level, it will become a war on the poor. Macri has already given signs that he will do this. He has already demonstrated that in the absence of favorable conditions and rights for a sector of the population, he will use force and denial against them.
In the lead up to the November 22 runoff, the vast majority of Argentina's left has quickly united to say they will strongly campaign to keep Macri's neoliberal agenda out of the presidential palace. According to them, the presidential runoff is a plebiscite between keeping the door open to the radicalization of changes in a democratic, popular and anti-imperialist direction, or closing it altogether and going back to the same free market policies that caused so many social tragedies in Argentina. Poblete, teleSUR, Buenos Aires.